Generation Xers are in abundance when it comes to riding the electric unicycle. An EUC forum poll done showed that most EUC riders are in the 35 to 54 plus year range. There are even baby boomers out there enjoying the wheel life too. So, why are there so many older EUC riders? Baby boomers and Gen Xers grew up in a time when they were not well supervised. The kids back then stayed out late. We just used the street lamps as a gauge as to when it was time to go back home. It was the era of Evel Knievel, and he was our hero. We did dangerous things like jumping off makeshift ramps with our bikes. Forget about the helmets and the seatbelts. We jumped off spinning rides and gotten injured. Our surrounding friends would pat us on the back for being such a daredevil. Another reason is the high cost of EUCs. Quality electric unicycles are expensive, ranging from $2,000 to $5,000, so this acts as a financial barrier for younger enthusiasts to try riding the EUCs. Another reason is the lifestyle. Many riders in this demographic have reached a point in their careers with higher disposable income and are drawn to tech-forward hobbies. Older people also undergo a lifestyle shift. Similar to midlife crisis vehicles, the thrill of riding the EUC provides such a high adrenaline hobby which makes them feel younger and invincible. The ages 35 to 44 category, which take up approximately 30%, and 45 to 54 category, which is approximately 25%, make up the largest share of riders. Many community surveys indicate a median age of 45 or older, with a high number of riders in their 50s and some into their 60s and 70s. Most EUC riders are heavily skewed towards males, estimated at over 99% in some analytics. Older riders, the 40-plus category, often cite the hobby as a new, challenging activity to improve balance and core strength. I started the EUC when I was on the cusp of turning 50. I call it as a late midlife crisis, and I knew I was not getting any younger. I knew that as we get older, we lose the quality of our proprioceptive abilities. That's why falls in the elderly are so common. Proprioception, as I have mentioned in my other videos, is the ability to know the position of our bodies relative to our environment without looking at our bodies. This is possible due to our stretch receptors in our muscles, tendons, and ligaments that stretch and contract and can send signals to our brain that tell us how to respond to that stimuli. For example, I know when I am riding my wheel where the position of my feet, ankles, and legs are relative to the wheel without looking at my body. I can make the necessary adjustments to maintain balance based on the signals given to me. Through repetitive input and reaction, we hone our body to have better senses and immediate, faster reaction time. Anyway, to make it short, I got into EUC to make my ninja skills sharper as I age. So, how do we explain the younger riders getting into the EUC craze if they didn't grow up during the run-around unsupervised and be free era? Let's discuss the concept of social referencing. It stems to the way kids are raised and how those behaviors were reinforced over time. Take, for example, a young child riding their bike around and they have their first fall.
You are fine. That fall was not so bad.
Yeah, that was no big deal.
A parent who raises their child by not adding more stress to the situation and just playing it off coolly will result in the child seeing the fall as no big deal. Seeing their parent not stressed by the situation will result in the child seeing it as no big deal, and that child will therefore not be stressed. This is called social referencing. On the other hand, when a child falls from a bike and then the parent screams frantically, "Oh, baby, are you okay?" The child will see the stress in their parent's face, and then the child will also be stressed. Over time, as similar situations occur, that fear and anxiety will be constantly reinforced. The child's brain will become wired through adulthood to always be stressed out over minute situations. In general, the less easily stressed individual will therefore be more likely to want to try out writing the EUC, since the fear of failure is not so pervasive in that person. They will persevere and keep trying until their brains will finally click and learn a new skill. So to those parents and future parents, just say Hakuna Matata or no worries when your kids fail at something. They will eventually grow up to be braver and have more confidence in life. As an older writer myself, I do try my best to maintain my balancing and motor reactive skills training as optimal as possible. I am currently acclimating to my new PATNAS and rewiring my brain to the nuances of the new wheel. Well, that's about it. Hope you liked the video. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't yet. This would help my channel greatly. Thanks for watching. Until next time.